Hey Tube, this video is going to be on what you can buy for your fireplace to help essentially air can travel through here and through the bottom of mine and basically just let the heat out and let the cold air in the wintertime, and the reverse in the summertime, let all the heat in the house. Cold air sinks, warm air rises. So essentially I bought this from a nice lady. I think she makes them herself, and it's called Fireplace Fashion by Beverly. And I'll bring that a little closer. Well, actually, I'll just put it in the comments or description. Comes with a little thing, says, "I've probably become wrinkled on a journey," so on and so forth. And she says use a iron if you want, not on hot or whatever. I mean, if you bought this from her, everybody would get one of these, I'm sure, stuck to their thing. Obviously, I didn't get this yet. So I reached out to her. I had looked on Amazon in a bunch of different places, and for something to cover over this, and all the ones that I saw, like on Amazon and so on, they would have been either too big, too small. Nothing was perfect for mine. The only thing that's going to be in the way is this little thing right here. It's kind of a guide to help with the heat coming in. So I'm just going to set that aside for the winter. And now pretty much it's all flat. So this has magnets on the inside. What she asks you to do is take a picture. I don't even know if you can see me in the camera. Let me look real quick. Yeah, you should be able to see me. It's going to adjust a little bit. There you go. So she tells you to take a picture of yours and then give the dimensions. So I gave from here to there, width and the height. On mine, this happens to be metal, and they'll come with magnets stuck right in. She stamped it, handmade USA. Really nice lady. So this does say that it's flammable, so you don't want to keep this on, obviously, if you're doing a fire or whatever, or when the fire is out, to put it there. Essentially all this is for is to keep the cold air out and the warm air in. So let's try this out real quick. She's definitely good at measuring. So all I'm doing is trying to make sure that it's all tight everywhere. And it is. So you can see with that on, fits like a glove. And essentially all that's going to do, it's kind of thick material, and it's just going to keep the air from traveling in or out. So everybody's paying higher energy bills this year, electric, heat, and so on. I've been living in this house since 2006, and my wife had complained it's always a little chillier in here and so on. And you could feel a draft, but I didn't really know what to do with it or do to fix it. So I did a little research and found these. So this thing looks like it fits great. I'm not going to iron it or anything. Over time, all those, wrinkles or whatever, it doesn't bother me anyway. I just want it here for the, to keep the heat in. And yeah, it works great. Her name's Beverly again. And like I said, just have me measure and tell her what the material is. So like some fireplaces may be like a copper or stuff like that. I verified that mine were magnetic first. Just took a magnet and stuck it to the areas that it would need to be stuck to. And that's it. Essentially, again, you have a couple different warnings on the back, so you're not going to use this for if it's really hot or anything like that, or right after a fire. Some of these that I've seen online, you could. So let's say you had a real fireplace and the wood's still kind of like smoldering, and you just want to go to bed, you could put it on, not this one, but other ones, and they're like fire retardant and heat resistant. So would they burn? I'm not sure. You'd have to read the directions or so on. Another thing I want to say is, like, when you have, this is a zero clearance gas fireplace, so outside the house, I don't have a chimney or anything. There's just that metal thing that sticks out the side. And some people, to block this draft, will get a ladder out there, and there's like a cover that you can buy that goes right over that metal thing. I don't advise using those because, you know, the winter is long and sometimes people forget that they put that out there. So then they start a fire and that thing melts and burns off the side of their house, which could get all their siding going and so on. So that's a problem. Or if you have company over or something and you want a fire in the winter, because they are useful for ambience or whatever, and heat, if you have a fan, which this one does, you know, you can move some pretty good heat into the room. But if you have company over or something like that and you forgot you had it, again, and you just want to turn it on, you're gonna have a fire on the outside of your house and not even know it for a little while. So to me, this is much smarter, and it's going to work the same way, but just on the inside. She makes different colored ones. I just wanted black, so you're not like drawn to it, but she makes all different patterns, colors, things like that. So like if I wanted to try and go with my tile around, you know, I could have gone with like a brown or whatever, but I just wanted to look like, you know, like a fireplace, whatever. So again, she has a bunch of different designs you can choose from. And as you can see, I mean, it fits like a glove, and it's totally going to do its job. I can tell already. Like I said, it's kind of thick and has this other barrier on the back side. So in the comment or description, I'll leave the lady's information. So if anybody's interested in anything like this, I'm positive it's going to work really good and save me money. The whole point is saving you money. And if you do want to have a fire or whatever, it's right here in the house. You can just pull it right off, you know, set it aside, have your fire. When it's done, once it cools down to like the touch, put that back on, and you're gonna prevent all the heat from leaving your house and the cold air coming in. So that's all I have, YouTube. Hope you guys like this. Again, I'll leave the information in the description. If you got any questions, comments, you know where to reach me on YouTube. And trying to think of anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so without further ado, thanks, YouTube. Have a nice day.